You're listening to the Clean Comedy Podcast with JamesDCreviston and LukeLacoy.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Clean Comedy Podcast. It is now 2021. That's crazy, right?
That's so insane.
We
feels
survived
like
it.
2020.
Yeah, we all survived it. We survived the terrible year that was 2020. And so now we're here in 2021, and it is terrible. And still, we're still all locked up, and we still have to wear masks, and who knows what's going to happen. And I just want to go do comedy again. So in order to not get you down, I would like, actually, I'm going to read something. I got an email. I forwarded this to you, Luke. I know you probably saw it, but I got a cool email yesterday from somebody that I thought was super nice. A BG is his name. That's all that he gave me. He said, "Hi, I listened to your podcast and decided to write. Not a good year for me. I hope next year will be better. Kind regards, BG." Well, BG, I hope that 2021 is better for you as well. I hope that whatever you planned on writing or doing, I hope that you do that. And I hope you get to live your dreams and your hopes and your goals and all that other stuff, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you out. Now, if you want to reach out to me and see how I can help you with your writing or help you with whatever you want to do, that's perfect. We're going to do another episode soon, all about Fiverr, because I have a lot of good information for people that want to write on Fiverr. I've been asked to write a bunch of different weird things on Fiverr. Not weird, I guess. They're weird to me. How about that? They're like, I don't want to like shout it out too much because I don't want to like ruin it for the person. But like, and I've done a few of them, but I think I might end up not doing this gig after a while. It's like a Dear Abby type thing about like, but the relationship ones. But I've done 3. I'm finishing 3, and they want more, but they're starting to get a little more suggestive than I like. So I'm like, that's not my vibe. So I might have to pass it on to somebody else. So somebody had a Fiverr account, and they were a comedian, and they were funny, and they had something that I could actually relate and say, hey, I think this person would be good for you. I can recommend you to this person. So anybody who's out there, if you're listening to this podcast, you have a Fiverr account, and you want to write some comedy stuff that may be a little more suggestive than what I like, if you're blue, that's okay. I know you're listening to the Clean Comedy Podcast, so you might not be into that. But if you are, shoot me an email, JamesDCreviston@gmail.com, and give me your Fiverr name. I'll check out your stuff. Send me some links to what you can do, and I will make the recommendation to somebody. So there you go. That's free money to somebody. I don't know who it is, but whoever wants to do it, if you want to write a little bit more suggestive material, there you go. And they're not very big, they're not very long, but you can negotiate a rate with them. I negotiated my own rate. Mine will be higher than what you would get, because you're probably new, unless you're top tier like I am. But yeah. So 2021 is, I want to do more writing. I have a couple of other big projects coming, scripts, screenplays, stuff like that. Finishing, thanks to David Studebaker, writing a book that is not a comedy book. It will be very much it actually won't even be under my name. It'll be under a nom de plume. And so that'll be out there. And I will just say, hey, my book is out. But that's all I'll say when it comes out. I'm not going to say, hey, go buy it. I'm just going to say, hey, my book is out. End of story. And I am in the process of learning a lot of new things, some programming. I think I talked about this before, some programming, some cybersecurity stuff. I'm working on a lot of different things because I want to kind of branch out. And right now, since I can't do stand-up, I figure, okay, what else can I do from home that could possibly make me money? Cybersecurity, building computers, working on stuff, not really tech support, but information security and support would be a good thing. So that's where my 2021 is headed. I'm still going to be doing screenplays, TV pilots. I actually had somebody come over that I know, look over a couple of my scripts and give me some feedback and notes. And then we're moving forward to possibly talking to agents and managers. So I've got to write a couple more things, but and we're going to work on a project together. And then I don't know. Can we talk about the other thing?
I
Not really.
I don't know.
We also have another project that might be coming forward. How about that?
Yeah, we're setting everything up. It'll be live sometime this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the next episode we'll talk about it.
All right. I didn't know how much we could actually say. So, but we have some cool stuff coming up as well. Luke and I and some friends of ours, and it's going to be awesome. We've done a whole a meeting. I think we have another meeting soon, and it can be a big thing as well. So, don't let 2020 get you down is what I'm trying to say. Start off this new year by going, what's the things that I've wanted to accomplish this year, right? For me, it's more writing. I know I'm probably not going to get to do stand up for a while, so I'm not even putting that on the table this year. Last year I wanted to do an album and all that stuff. No way to do that. I'm going to need this year. If it comes back, I'll need 6 months to get back to where I was. And so that's not going to happen this year. So hopefully we can do it in 2022. But I'm going to work on writing projects and scripts and screenplays, some filming, some projects, creating some projects, and going from there. But what are your goals for 2021? And they don't have to be comedy related, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't see myself doing stand up that much this year. I don't want to do Zoom shows. But the other project we were talking about, we can talk like what it is. It's going to be like a live Zoom semi-comedy show. It's going to be like more of an interview style, but there's going to be like a lot of fun comedy elements in it. And again, like the whole crew, the crew that you've known to come and love on this show, it's all involved. And we're going to be making like funny sketches. There's going to be cool guests, really funny like little bits, like comedy bits and stuff. And it's a free Zoom show. It's going to be every other week. So that's been like kind of like getting us all, or keeping us busy, at least for this past month. But I look forward to it. I think it's gonna be great for everyone involved. It's a big crew. It's a bigger crew than you're used to. So you're gonna see some new faces. Some people,
or maybe not some faces.
Exactly. Some you're not allowed to see. It'll make sense when we this will all make sense soon. But it's been exciting to just work on this so far and get all the gears in motion for it. And then besides that, I want to release some sort of musical album this year, by the end of the year.
Whoop, whoop.
So that's on my radar. I got Masterclass as a present this year.
Nice.
For Christmas, and I'm well, I mean I'm getting to Steve Martin, but
that's a good one.
I'm doing the Dead one.
Nice. I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
I think is it Armin van Buren, who's also like a DJ? He has a good one too.
So I did Deadmau5. I'm on Armin now, but Deadmau5, he's a funny guy. He's real, like, kind of he's interesting. He has a lot of funny stories.
I always told my kid, I told my oldest daughter when she turned 16, I want to DJ her party, like her birthday party, but I'm gonna wear a giant unicorn head, like rainbow suspenders and some hot pants, and call myself DJ Unicorny. Yeah, that's right. I want to do that so bad. That's like the thing. She does not like that idea. That's super embarrassing for her, but I think it would be awesome. I'd be like, this is great.
Yeah, might scar some childhoods forever.
A ton of children will be scarred from this, but I will have the time of my life. So yeah. I want to do it bad.
Don't do that.
Surprisingly, my wife has encouraged it. She thinks it's hilarious, but my children are like, no. Actually, most people are like, no, but I'm like, come on, just once.
So I'll film it if you do it.
Yeah, I think it would be hilarious. What would be even funnier is if I did it in my backyard, where it's just like we have a pool and stuff. There's like nothing, nowhere to dance. Just like, what are you doing? My neighbors are just like looking over the fence, like, what's this weirdo doing? I'm the only one. I'm just out there.
You could, broadcast your set like on Twitch or something.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
DJ Unicorny.
So just stuff like that. Yeah. You should do a music album. I mean, I've been saying it for forever. You can go back on episodes. I've said it over and over.
Yeah, and you've came up with the title already for me, so I just have to do the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm and then like the audio stuff is interesting. Just a lot of it's applicable to podcasts and to video and everything else that we do. What was interesting is like he talks like for days on the limiter software, envelopes, all this like signal processing, which again, you can use that for everything that we're doing like on the computer. So super interesting. A lot of new ideas. You know, if it's not a comedy album, it's going to be an EDM album. So,
oh, I can't wait for that one. I actually liked. I think it's now I went blank. He did all the radio spots, and he made an album from all his little radio spots. And I thought that was amazing. Like that's one of the things where you just listen to somebody do that, and it's just genius.
Kevin Getz.
Yeah, Kevin Getz. Thank you. I was about to say Kevin, but I was like, I'm gonna say that wrong. But yeah. And his little radio spots were amazing and they were hilarious and perfect. And I was like, if someone did this every year, which I hope he does, right? I hope that Kevin goes and does that every single year, takes all his stuff, compiles it and releases it every year. I think, man, he would knock it out of the ballpark. And I think something like that is what we need more of, because right now we're not going to get to do a stand-up album, right? Maybe somebody will do it in their backyard or in their garage or from a truck or whatever, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to feel like real stand-up. I mean, it is stand-up, but it's not going to feel the same. And the laughter is not going to carry the same. It's going to be kind of weird. But I think something like sketches on an album, like Jerky Boys or National Lampoons did a couple of things. Like you do stuff like that. You do some sketches or whatever. I think you have a killer album. I think you just come and do something like that. People need more humor. We don't need more Ariana Grande. Sorry, Ariana Grande fans. We don't need any more Ariana Grande. We don't need any more Justin Bieber. We need some comedy. We need some laughter. We need something silly. What we need is a Weird Al Yankovic album. That's what we need. Come on, Weird Al, get on it.
And also another kind of interesting idea, if you're a comedy writer, it would be pretty neat to like write a comedy story and then record the audio like for a podcast, and like every week have, you know, write a story, like write a story for the podcast and then read it with you or an actor or two, and then like release it like that. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, there are a bunch of those kind of narrative podcasts that have like a cast. It's like a show or whatever, and you don't have to be in the same room with the people. So you could do it like we do these shows remotely and record a show and write a story or even a script. I know there was a guy, I forgot whose name, but he had like a screenplay that was like a sci-fi space screenplay, and no one was kind of following it or getting into it. So he got a bunch of actors together and stuff, and he had them do all the voices and do all the stuff. Then he added music and sound effects and all the stuff. So it was like a radio show. It was really good, but it's on podcast style show. And then the episodes got so popular that he ended up selling like the screenplay, you know, because of it. So it was like, this is amazing. Like that's a good way to build a fan group. And then also, sell a book, right? Because then at the end of it, right, you say, now you've heard the stories, read the book for yourself, and then you can, you know, sell the book and you make the money off of that, or sell a script or whatever it is. There are so many options. I think this new normal, quote unquote, that we're living in is going to change how we do a lot of things. And I think comedians have a real opportunity here to, well, now you can't blame the club, right? You can't say, "Oh, I'm not getting up with enough of the club. They don't like me," or whatever. Like you can't do that, right? There's not a way for you to do that. You could say, "Well, I'm not getting up on all these Zoom shows." Who cares? Okay, no offense. If you want to do Zoom shows, do Zoom shows. If you don't want to do Zoom shows, don't do Zoom shows. But don't let your comedy degrade. Do something else with it. Start a podcast. Record an album. Write a book. Start a blog. Do freelance writing or something or whatever. Are you good at voices? Hey, I get a bunch of people who ask me if I can do voices. I can only do things like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I can't do very much else. That is literally it. Everyone can do Arnold, right? Everyone. So
you
that's not gonna help.
A nerdy, a nerdy movie attendant.
Yeah, I can do a nerdy movie attendant, but I can't do a lot of voices, right? In fact, my Miss Piggy is better than my Kermit the Frog, which is terrifying, right? That's a terrifying thing. So I can't do a lot of voices, but there are a lot of comedians that I know that do really good voices that can make money voice acting, freelance voice acting, right? You don't need an agent. You don't need whatever. You record some stuff. You put it out there, record different voices, maybe different commercial versions of those voices, selling something. Hello, I'm Arnold. I'm selling you a car. You want to buy an Audi? Like, you know, like just do something, right? And then put that out there and boom, you're going to have people that want to hire you to do voices. Obviously, don't do Arnold because, like I said, everyone can do Arnold. But if you could do someone's spectacular, Christopher Walken or Sean Connery, well, he's dead. Sean Connery, maybe. I know he's dead, but like Sean Connery, like whatever you could do those voices. Sir Anthony Hopkins. I don't think Brad Pitt or whatever is distinguishable enough, or George Clooney's distinguishable enough for you to know like who they actually are with their voice. But if you could do like some famous voices or some good people, do it. Or even if you're good at doing like cartoon character voices, you could do like a Bart Simpson or Homer Simpson or whatever. That's a good one too. And I know like you can't say they can't say sponsored by Homer Simpson, but you can do the voice. It's enough. That's a parody that you should be okay. But that's just I would consult a lawyer, by the way. But just I think parody works for things like that. But if you could do stuff, do it. Greeting card companies are still making greeting cards. The big one that I get asked is newsletters and YouTube scripts. And so if you could do either of those things, they're not things that I'm super interested in. I do them every now and then if I think it's a fun or cool project, do it. And then the other one is if you're funny and you could write like witty stuff, Kickstarter things. Like if you know how to write like a good sales script or sales stuff. So if you were a comedian who does marketing or works in that kind of stuff and you're funny, that might be a way for you to go too. There's a lot of stuff out there. I think this is the year for comedians to stop saying I can't and start saying I am. I'm going to. I will. I made a personal financial goal for myself this year. Last year was very difficult. I didn't get close to what I wanted last year because obviously COVID and stuff. But I worked hard and I tried to set myself up for this year. So I'm hoping this year is going to be better. But I've gave myself a financial goal that I think I can meet based on what I think is going to happen this year. I wish I would have invested more in Bitcoin, but I didn't do that either. Who knew Bitcoin was going to be like $30,000? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I stupidly sold at 21,000. I sold some Bitcoin. I didn't sell a lot of Bitcoin. I didn't sell and get 21,000. I want everyone to know that. But it was good enough where I was like, oh, I should just cash out now. Like, how much higher can it go? Because it was like, what's going to hit 20? And I was like, oh, what's a 21? Awesome. And then it dropped again, right? It dropped like 19 or something like that. And then boom, it just shot back up. And I was like, come on, man. So I missed out there. But, invest in something, find something that you love, write a blog. I need to work more on my blog. Obviously, I haven't done it as much as I should, and I haven't put more stuff up there. But do everything that you possibly can this year. I don't think anyone should be holding back this year. I think this is the year where you're going to see a lot of normal institutions that have been around for decades disappear. They're never going to come back again. I feel like, and I hate to say this because I know Dave Chappelle just bought a comedy club in like Ohio or something. It used to be like a fire station. I don't think comedy clubs are going to be around for that much longer. I hate to say that. I love comedy clubs. I love going to them. I love performing at them, but I don't see how they can stay alive for this long, right? It's going to be over a year of most of them not being open, right? Pretty soon. Come March, it will be a full year of most of these clubs not being open. And I don't know how they can keep that going,
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel real bad for anyone who owns any kind of food related business or restaurant and, having like all these shutdowns, and it's rough. I mean,
well, any place that could transition to like takeout or whatever, I think will be okay. But they're definitely going to have to drastically cut all kinds of stuff in order to stay afloat.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, definitely there's a digital transformation that's happening. And TikTok's a great thing too, if you have little sketches, you do voices, that's a great place to try whatever.
Was Melissa Valen, what's her name? I think she's on SNL now. Melissa,
I don't know any other name.
Starts with a V, but she does like a bunch of voices and stuff. She was doing it like on YouTube and whatever, and then she got on America's Got Talent, and now she's on SNL. Like, if you can do stuff like that, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can do voices, people will pay for that, man. That's something amazing,
There's always room for another SpongeBob.
Actually, that's the other thing too. If you're an artist and you can do voices, or you can partner with an artist that will do a good artwork, right now is we're about to have the biggest boom of animated stuff ever. Everyone I've talked to, everyone that I've had interactions with is going towards animation because you can record it like from COVID, like you record it remotely. Animators can animate remotely. Editors can edit remotely. They can upload digitally. That's all you have to do, and you can. This is the next generation. I think we're gonna have another. I think we're gonna have like a golden era of animation for like the next year or two because they're just gonna plan the stuff out and make more stuff, and I can't see it not going well. Now, if you live in a place that's open, that's not California or New York, uh, and you can do film stuff, then I would say if you've ever wanted to make anything and you have the budget and the time, go make it right now because everyone is hurting for stuff. Like Hollywood just shut down again. Like I just read an article saying that they're shutting everything down again, like to where they're not filming anything. So people are going to be craving new content. And if Hollywood can't make the content, guess who can? You can. And then you can sell that content to Hollywood. They can put it on Netflix or HBO Max or whatever they want to put it on. And boom, you got money and you got a name out there. So that will be my recommendation. I think that's part of what we're planning on doing with our series is doing something like that where it's can be done COVID, with the COVID restrictions and all that stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's endless possibilities right now.
Endless possibilities. This is the future, man. Now, if you have like a job that's going away due to all this, I truly apologize for you. But that should light a fire under you even more to learn a new skill or take on something else. I said to somebody the other day, they're like, "What do you think is going to happen? All these places going out of business." I said, "They have robots that make coffee, man. Like we're not." Like people, I'm sorry, but people are going to lose remedial jobs. They're going to lose. They have 3D printed. They have robots that 3D print food now. They have robots that serve coffee. They have robots that cook like can use like a fryer and stuff. We're 5 years away from. There's not going to be a human being at your McDonald's or whatever. There's not going to be a human being at your Starbucks. There's not going to be your most tasks that you have to interact with a person for are not going to exist anymore. If an app and a robot can replace it, it won't be here in 5 years. That's, I don't know, 75% of jobs out there, unfortunately, like clerk at the grocery store, server, like barista, person who works at a fast food chain, gas station attendant, like all that kind of stuff, it'll be gone. And with Amazon making their things where you can just pick up your food and walk out the door and it charges you, all those stores are going to become just like that. You're going to be able to get your food. There's not going to be a person there waiting for you. There'll be like maybe a security guard or some kind of security barrier that'll let you through, and then you can just take your stuff and walk out. Even places like Target and stuff will probably be like that in the next 5-10 years. So it's a sad thing, and I think COVID exacerbated it and made it faster. But no one can replace comedians. There's a robot that wrote AI that wrote a Scrub script and that wrote jokes, and they're not funny. So there you go. You know that you still have a job if you're a funny person. And also people tend to react better to humans telling them something funny than a robot. Like if I played, the only exception to that is I think Glenn Tickle with his robot that told jokes might be, but you know they're corny jokes and he knows it and he presents it that way. That's funny. But if someone tried to do like Dave Chappelle's jokes as a robot, like it's not going to work. You know, you need the human element. So just keep that in mind.
You can always go into robot repair. That's going to be big.
I want to get a 3D printer. I think the next big thing is going to be 3D printing parts for people instead of like instead of like going to a like store to replace stuff. I think people will just like be buying replacement parts online to repair your own stuff because the cost associated with doing so is going to be cheaper than buying a new thing. So it would be like replacing like the cap on your stove, right? Or replacing like a switch, like a switch on something or a button or whatever, like just little weird things that like most people would pay extra money for, would just 3D print it and sell it for cheaper or in bulk or whatever, or something in bulk. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out yet, but I really, 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 really feel like 3D printing is going to be the next big sales production thing, and I can see that becoming something huge. And I know this is a comedy podcast, but I also think that you will be able to print things that are funny and send to people, right? Like if you have a slogan that you say in your stand up, or you have a common phrase that's everyone finds funny, like I think somebody should make a "That's What She Said." Like you could print out 3D coasters and make like 3D coasters. Say like "That's What She Said," right? It's not trade as far as I know, it's not trademarked. It might be, or coasters from like Parks and Rec that say like "Treat Yourself," right, or something like just like stuff like that. If you do things that are just silly or unique that are humorous as well, you'll be able to make a killing. And I don't care that I'm giving this away because there's people smarter than me to figure out something else anyway. So I hope that they use it, and I hope they make a bunch of money. And then I hope they write me an email, say, "James, your idea made me a bunch of money." And I'll be like, "Awesome. Great job." And that's it. Like, I don't care. I don't want your money. Like, I don't care. Well, I think that 2021 is going to be a better year. I look forward to it. I look forward to learning a lot more things. I also have masterclass, so I'm doing Judd Apatow stuff, so I can write better. And I think that's the future is us learning and growing and getting better, because no matter what 2020 threw at you, this year is an opportunity for you to get back on the horse and get back out there and do the things that you love. We love comedy. We love making people laugh. We love making this show. I hope that you guys get something from it every single week. I hope it encourages you like BG. I hope we encourage them to write. I hope it encourages you to write, or you to record something or perform something or create something, because the world needs it. Like, this is the real point of this show, is to inspire other people to live their dream. And I hope that you guys do that. So that's my rant. Luke, where can people find you?
LukeLacoy everywhere.
How's that TikTok thing going?
It's going. It's, meh.
What? Who has more, you or David?
Oh, David for sure. Yeah, I'm not. I post, like, if I have a funny idea, I'll do it, and then a month later I'll come up with an idea for it and I'll do it. But yeah, David, we're hitting that thing every day.
Yeah,
it's a fun account. So if
what's his account?
I think it's Studebaker Comedy. That's it. That's the handle. Bunch of fun stuff there. There's like hundreds of videos now.
Nice.
But yeah, that's a fun account.
Awesome. I sent him a picture of a Studebaker the other day, and I told him we should do a cross-country comedy tour in a Studebaker. Like, he was like, "That's going to be the most uncomfortable cross-country trip in the world." I don't know. All right. Well, you can check me out at JamesDCreviston.com or ComedyPreneur.com. There are lots of new articles that are getting ready to go up on ComedyPreneur, so check it out. Go through the backlog. There's like 118 articles or something on there. I don't know how many there's a bunch of different blog posts and stuff. They're all there to help you out. They still are going to apply to 2021. So get on it. Use that to inspire you. Hopefully you'll be like BG and write. BG, if you hear this, please shoot me another email. Tell me how things are going. Tell me how I can help you. If you are not BG and you also want some advice or help, please shoot me an email, JamesDCreviston@gmail.com, so I can help you the best way possible. I love you guys. I want the best for you. I want to help you. I appreciate you listening. Please like, subscribe, leave us a nice review on iTunes, or leave us some nice comments on YouTube. Thank you again so much, and have a great week. Bye.
About to get clean up in here, so clean your mouth out with a bar of soap and get ready for the